Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is Beast Warriors. So this is going to be our first episode using the new restricted list and the new legend rule, which basically says we can run 1 trap, 1 spell, and 1 monster that are all legends, which is completely bonkers because that now means we have so much interesting, powerful one-offs that we can include in the deck. So to go through our legend choices real quick, we have Jinzo, just a really powerful card. Machine, 1 tribute with 2400 attack is really, really high in Rush Duel and negates all trap cards. This can get over problematic traps like Mirror Force. Because now every deck is allowed to run 1 legend trap card, we're expecting to see things like Mirror Force and Torrential Tribute a lot, so just having an out to them is always going to be really, really strong. Mirror Force itself is just a board wipe. If Alex attacks us with a monster, all of his attack position monsters get destroyed. Really, really powerful card. And then Dark Hole, just destroy all monsters on the field. This can be a really swingy card. If Alex is in a really commanding position, we can drop this, wipe his whole board, try and set up ourselves and try and attack him for game, or just try and get back into the game if we're in a really bad position, if we're really on the back foot. So the new card that we've got for this deck is the Beast Gear Emperor Glider Fox. This is a 2400 attack level 7. So 2400 is a little bit on the weak side, but its effect is okay. We can send one other face-up Beast Warrior type monster with 1500 or more attack from our field to the graveyard to destroy 1 face-up level 8 or lower monster on your opponent's field. This turn you can only attack with Beast Warriors. So this has a little bit of anti-synergy with Jinzo since he's a machine, but the rest of this effect is pretty good. This is decent into things that aren't maximums or fusions because it only works in level 8 or lower, and it does require us to sacrifice our own monsters. Now, for a normal summonable level 4 monster, the only 1500 we have access to is Heartless Hound, Striking Kai, Kaiken Knuckle. But we do have access to Beast Gear World, and what that means is we can make our weaker monsters up to 1500, which means they will fulfill the requirement for Emperor Glider Fox. So we go through the card by card. We're on 2 Nekagao number 2. We've only got 2 in here because we really don't want to brick on lots of troop monsters, and we do have quite a lot of them. We're on 3 copies of Kaiken Knuckle, 1500, really good. 1400 in Motor Wolf. We have got 3 copies of another 1400 in Blade Bulldosu. So we have 3 copies of Heartless Hound Martial Master Shiba. This is a really powerful card that can bring back level 5 to 7 Beast Warriors from our graveyard. So this specifically will only bring back our Thunder Emperor Drynu, our Glider Fox, or our Nekagao number 2. So our main combo is going to be Shiba brings back Drynu, Drynu brings back Nekagao or any of our other normal monsters, and then we just immediately swarm the board with big cards. If we have something like Beast Gear World up, we can get out a 28, a 27, and a 22 without much effort whatsoever. So obviously we're on the 3 Glider Fox, the 1 Jinzo, the 3 Beast Gear Side Fennec. Now this card's really cool because it can boost our monster's attack. So if Alex is able to summon out something that has like 3000 attack, we can get over it using this card, which is 1 face-up Beast Warrior type monster on your field gains 400 attack at the end of the turn. Then if you have a face-up spell card on your field, you can make 1 face-up monster on your field gain 400. So if we have our field spell, we can use this to give a monster 800 bonus attack, which is a lot. We're on the 3 copies of Beast Summoner. This just lets us get out our level 7s. Does not work with Shiba. This will only get out Drynu and Glider Fox, and the same goes for Beast Gear Tripe Fox. This again only summons level 7s. We're on 3 copies of Rage of the Wild Beasts. We are back on Spell Trap Destruction again because legend traps exist, and we're expecting Mirror Force, we're expecting things like Torrential Tribute to be running rampant, so we need to not fall into those traps, and so as much Spell Trap Destruction as possible. There's the Dark Hole, the 2 copies of Beast Gear World, really good into dragon spellcasters and fairies. Obviously Alex only has dragons, but you never know, he might be on them. And just being able to boost our cards is always going to be really good, but especially since we need them to be a certain attack to be used with Glider Fox. We're on the 1 copy of Primal Fist. This is a bit of a tricky one because it requires our level 7 to 9 Beast Warrior monsters to be attacked. So that only really works if our big guys are going to get clapped over, but still can be useful nonetheless. Then we're on the generic trap card Crisis Sacred Tower. When your opponent normal summons level 7 or higher monster, change 1 face up level 8 or lower effect monster on your opponent field to face down defense. Can be very, very powerful, but again does not work well with fusions or maximums. And then the Mirror Force. In the side deck, the powerful attacker, Savage Claw Tiger. This card can just kind of get over anything. We're on the 1 copy of Hammer Crush in case back is really becoming a problem. We have Ancient Barrier, again, in case things like Mirror Force are really causing us issues, we'll be using this card. We have the 2 Armaments of Ascension. Again, if our opponent is playing cards that affect level 8 and lowers, we can start using cards like Armament of Ascension to basically ignore those cards. The 3rd copy of Beast Gear 1 for consistency, 2 more Primal Fist, and then 3 Hard Defense Mission, just a generic trap card that's good at dealing with high attack level 8 or lower monsters. So this is the deck. We're feeling pretty confident. We generally have a pretty good win rate with the old Beast Warriors. So we're feeling pretty good into this, but it really depends what Alex brings. He does have some very powerful decks at his disposal, and we'll have to wait and see what he's on. So without further ado, let's fire it into the games and see what he's got for us. But yeah, I am very much looking forward to today's game, because this is obviously the first time that we are playing with the new rules, both of which the new restricted list, which is pretty cool. I mean, again, we don't really play much Thunderbolt Secret Order Necromade Nana here, but it's still cool that they're limited now. And then the new legend rule letting us use 1 monster, spell, and trap. Now, I have no doubt that you're going to be on a very powerful spell and probably a very powerful trap, but the monster is going to be the really interesting one. I suppose the spells as well, because we do have Dark Hole, which is obviously a very, very powerful blowout spell, but we still do have things like Pot of Greed, like Graceful Charity, like Monster Reborn. If we're on a maximum deck, you might want to be on something like Monster Incarnation, so there is a bit of versatility there. Traps, I think, is a little bit more limited. We don't have a ton of different trap cards that are worth playing. I can think of maybe 2 or 3, so I'm expecting us to kind of be on very similar trap cards at the very least.
Yep.
Monsters, though, is a very strange one. I think there's a couple of standout monsters, but there are multiple that can be used in niche situations. So it'll be interesting to see what we both brought. Shall we just fire straight on in, see what we've each got, and see if we meet each other's expectations?
Yeah, let's go. Scissors, go first. Oh, that. 3 back row. Monster and defense. Pass.
Okay. I will normal summon Beast Gear Side Fennec. Normal summon my Heartless Hound Blade Buldosu. Tribute them to summon out Heartless Hound Martial Master Shiva. Then we will set a back row. I think we'll just go straight to battle here. We will attack this and see what you got. Double Twin Dragon.
Oh, counter attack.
Okay, that pots my monster for a card from your hand. And we'll pass the turn there.
Okay.
Forgot they had the counter attack. It's a really good trap card, just being able to pop a monster for a card from the hand.
Yeah, I haven't seen use of it for a while. Thought I'd bring it back. Phoenix Dragon activate.
Okay, so get back a dragon from the grave.
Which Phoenix Dragon Dragius. All of this. So double twin.
Okay.
New boss. 100 Divine Dragon.
If you would normal draw until you have 5 cards in your hand during your draw phase, normal draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. Okay, I think we will fire this off. Your Crisis of the Sacred Tower.
Okay. Well,
there's a good chance I can attack over 1500 on my turn. Okay. How do we want to do this? Are we doing these two? I think we are doing these two. Normal summon out Trike Fox. And normal summon out Blade Buldosu. Then I'm going to fire off Rage. Pop a random back row. We got Encounter, which is pretty good, because we know it's in your hand. Then we will Tribute 2 and summon out Glider Fox. This is my new boss monster. So I can send a face-up Beast Warrior type monster with 1500 or more attack from my field to the graveyard to destroy 1 face-up level 8 or lower monster in your opponent's field, but I can only attack with Beast Warriors. Now, unfortunately, this card is actually pretty bad into fusions. And you've got a big, fat extra deck over there. So go to battle. We will attempt to get in on this.
Ooh. You have to send one of your creatures as well.
Oh yeah.
High cost.
Yeah, just like counter-offensive. Right, you're up.
Well, set this. We will Monster Reborn.
Okay.
Uh,
Can I assume you're bringing back one of your cards? I don't really see a point in bringing back one of mine.
100 Divine.
Okay. So this is the one that lets you draw an extra card.
That. Go to battle.
And just take the 25.
Winning 25.
Alright, hoping for something good here. Right, we'll fire off Beast Gear World, which does weaken dragons. Then I'll normal summon my Beast Gear Side Fennec. We can then activate its effect and shuffle a couple of cards back into my deck. So I think these are probably the best ones. I can boost my attack and weaken... No, and then boost again. That's right. I thought this was the boost and weaken one. No, this is the boost and boost one. Fortunately, 21 doesn't do a ton for me in this situation specifically. I suppose we're doing this either way. So we'll tribute to summon out Nekogal. Then we will normal summon and tribute 2 to summon out Master Sheba. We can then activate his effect to bring back Glider Fox. I just thought of something.
Oh yeah?
You haven't revealed your Legend Trap card, and you have 3 boys in the back row there.
Boys.
So I'm actually, out of an abundance of caution, going to blow this up with this effect before I go to battle.
Ooh. Yeah, fuck it, I need to clear the space. I'll activate my Legend Trap card.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's... So I did just kind of throw away a monster there. If that was Mirror Force, though, I think I just straight up lose. So I think I still had to do that.
Let's see.
Magic Cylinder, God. This card used to be a card that me and my friends would play back at locals when we were kids. For like steal games. Like you'd be like in a really shitty position and your opponent would be like, right, attack for game, and you're like Magic Cylinder. Oh no. I need Beast Gear World. Alright. You are so close to lethal.
Yeah, all I need to do is tribute 2. And then activate Dragius.
That is not lethal. You're still close to lethal.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Fuck.
I mean, 200 life points, I'm not sure I can do a ton. We need a really good top deck here. Okay. We will normal summon Beast Summoner. Activate its effect. Get out Glider Fox. We can then normal summon Side Fennec. Activate its effect. Shuffle 2 cards back into the deck, which is probably going to be this and this, to boost up my Fennec. Then we're going to normal summon out Uldosu. Tribute 2 to summon out Glider Fox. Activate this Glider Fox to get rid of this, because I don't trust your back row at all. And then try and get in. At this point, if you can clear this, you would kill me with 200 damage either way, so keeping the second Glider Fox doesn't mean a ton.
Let's see. Slugger activate.
Okay.
Itcher.
Tribute
2. Megagius.
Okay. So we're 100 off lethal. There it is.
Light Wave Dragon.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be.
Oh wait, what?
Wait, what happened?
Oh, they lose 500, 1500 attack during the main phase.
Oh, you
Oh,
still have
that's
lethal.
cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you can't abuse it, right? So it has to be played with thingy, I guess. What's wrong?
I can't attack with Light Wave Dragon. What's...
Can't be destroyed with a second attack. His effect: send the top 2 cards to the graveyard to 3 monsters in your opponent's field as 1500 attack during the main phase. Dragon Setuper. This turn, your level 6 and lower monsters cannot attack.
Ah, yeah.
You know when you look at your hand and it's like it's so close to being unbelievably good, but it's just kind of fine.
Yeah.
Like, right, this isn't a bad hand. Right, I'm not going to sugarcoat this and be like, oh, my hand's crap. But like, this is close to being like I win the game hand, and it's just a little off. So we'll start off by activating my legend card, or one of my 3 legend cards. Then we'll normal summon out Motor Wolf. We'll set 2 back row, go to battle, and declare an attack for 14. And then pass the turn. Unfortunately, I'm in a situation where just about anything can screw me over now. Alright, so that guy, so you now can't attack with level 6 and lowers, right?
Yep, but I can't tribute.
Yep.
I can use 1... Oh, right. Use one of the back row you've been worrying about.
I mean, I always have to worry.
So, indestructible, can attack twice.
Okay. And that's it.
Oof.
Oh, he's going to be a pain in the ass to deal with, but let's see if I can't do anything in game 2. Alright, we will go first and see if we can't get off to a good start. I mean, it's not a terrible start. It's not the best start either. So we will summon out Blade of Bulldosu and Motor Wolf. And we'll tribute both and summon out Master Shiba, who unfortunately can only summon 5 to 7, so can't use its effect to do much right now. But we can summon out another monster just to pass the turn.
I am going to set a bunch and end.
Full defensive, okay. Okay. So we'll start out by activating Rage. We'll pop this. That's a fusion god. We'll activate Rage. Pop this. Dragon Surpassing the Heavenly Heights. If you have a dragon that monster from your graveyard, destroy 1 face-up field spell. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we're going hard anti-me right now. Then you can switch some dragon from your hand. Okay, so that's a nice card. That's a nice, like, dragon tech. Well, let's hope you got another one, because we're going to drop this. Next up, we will normal summon out our Motor Wolf. Then we'll tribute 2 and summon out our Drinu, who we can activate its effect to mill and special summon a beast normal monster. So I guess we'll summon out our biggest, which is our Striking Kaiken Knuckle. We can't do anything with Shiba at this point because it's only when it's summoned. But we can just go straight to battle. We should be able to get over this no matter what it is. Which means we can then dome you for 55.
Yes.
And then pass. Alright, this is a pretty tough ball for you to break, but it's not impossible for dragons.
I mean, if I don't draw any tribute monsters...
Of course, one of the weaknesses of this deck is I'm limited to just 3 attacks. I don't have piercing, I don't have any ways to change your monster's battle positions, and I don't have any multi-attack. So if you can just put 3 monsters in defense, I kind of just have to hit them.
I can.
So you will have time on your side here. This is a very interesting hand. We will set a back row. Then we'll tribute to summon out Nekogal. That will at least get me another draw. guess we then just go to battle. Swing. Okay, so I think I'm about to take 2800 damage here.
Certainly are.
I will kill it though. Then we'll pass. Right, we got the double twin.
Phoenix
Ooh.
Dragon.
Okay. Ooh.
Pop Inferno.
Goes for the Mirror Force.
Mirror Force.
Oh, has the double. Okay. In which case you're getting both either way.
Tribute. That's,
oh, God, I was so worried you were about to summon the Star Dragon and then drop a poly.
Yeah.
Last two cards, I would have been like, oh, for God's sake.
Fortunately not. Well. He has no requirements, so I'll just...
Goodbye. Well, Drynu only mills 2. It's only if it's the turn he was summoned that you can bring a guy back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's still probably the best one to hit, because now I have to find another way to get it back if I want to get out the full board again. I don't think crashing was the right answer, and the other one just gets you an extra little bit of damage. Alright, we will set. We will set. How balls deep do we want to go here? We don't really want to go balls deep at all. So I think we're just going to normal summon out Blade Bulldosu. Go battle. We'll look to crash. And we'll see if we can get him for 14.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Ho 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 ho. Okay, so let's see what happens in game 3.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Well, I can.
Light wave. Set up a... Oh, 100 divine.
For my new boy, and
So we'll give you an extra card. I think the play is to just set a bunch of cards and pass the turn.
Okay. Well, I can Slugger Pitcher.
Okay.
Tribute. Star Dragon Fusion.
I'm not happy about this. Can I change my mind?
Yeah. Activate Monster Reborn.
Ooh, okay.
Get back the Meta Gears we summoned. Activate. Empty my hand.
So this turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. Your opponent's trap cards. Also, it can make a second attack on monsters. And this one is your guys cannot be destroyed by... all face monsters in your field cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's traps. Well, that's a lot of damage. Oh, just getting out 2 guys that can attack twice is so dirty. Anyway, yeah, we're just going to hit Dark Hole.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
Then we'll summon out the boys. We got Kaiken Knuckle, we got Bulldosu, we got Berserk Gorilla, Hop in the back row. Then, you know what, we'll just activate the field spell. Guess we'll summon this out as well. This is a little bit risky, because if you're able to establish something and my back row doesn't save me, then I might be a bit boned, but I feel like I've got to get some damage in where I can. We'll pass.
Absolutely.
It's just playing against a deck that attacks monsters multiple times makes me really hesitate from putting all my monsters in attack mode. Especially when I'm on so little life points. Ooh, okay. The graveyard is a resource.
Send that, get back the Meta Gears.
Okay. Oh no, he has another one. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he didn't have another normal summonable monster. Okay. $500. 500. Well, this is the scary thing now, because if that back row is just a top-decked... Ooh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's drawn something very interesting. Unfortunately, once again, I'm at that point where my hand is like, it's very close to being an I win the game hand, but it is not an I win the game hand. So, I will tribute my Kaiken Knuckle, summon my legend monster, Jinzo!
Jinzo!
I will then set 2 back row, go to
He
battle.
works so well with B-Skill World as well.
Yep. And then we pass. So now I don't have to worry about if you have your smelly trap card. Of course, it is a double-edged blade. It means my trap cards are now turned off while he's out. So if you can summon a 4,200 attack monster, you could just kill me. I don't know if that's possible in Dragons, but I don't believe I've seen your legend monster yet, if you're on one.
I am on one, just haven't had a chance to play.
My guess would be Mirage Dragon. That's just because it fits the dragon theme. Could be something like the creator. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, I just have to set an hope here.
Right, I need a monster off the top. Okay. Okay, this might do it. This might do it. It comes entirely down to what your monster is, but I'm pretty sure this should do it. We drew 1 monster. Surely nothing you have is enough defense, and then that should be...
I can't activate my trap cards.
Oh, what did you have back there? Did you have the magic cylinder?
No, I'd counterattack.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would have done it. I had 2 traps down myself, which were just completely turned off. So I was in a bit of... Because my hand was 2 more trap cards, and then 2 high-level monsters. And I was like, if I get 2 monsters off the top, no matter what they are, I can tribute out one of these big guys. But because we only drew the 1, I was like, well, if you have anything to stop this, which was unlikely, right? Because he goes up to 18. Realistically, you're not going to something with that much defense. And if your back row don't work, then, you know, we don't have quick play spells. So,
Yeah.
oh, that was a that game.
Close one.
Yeah, that was a very close one. I think if we play that game 10 times, I actually think you probably win more of those 10 than I do. But I do think the Legends played a massive role in these games. Jinzo obviously was the kind of my finisher. Like, this ended up locking him out for the end of the game. Dark Hole, I think we got to see it a couple of times. Wiping the board is just completely bonkers. Mirror Force, ironically, did the least because you destroyed it in one game, and I think one of our games I had it set, but you had my guys can't be destroyed by trap cards, so it was like, well, there's no point in using this because it just doesn't do anything. Yeah. So I think I lost that in game 1. For you, obviously, Monster Reborn is obviously a big tempo play. Obviously, I don't believe you used it to actually accomplish a fusion or to bring back a fusion, but you just kind of used it to keep aggression going, which was still a very powerful tool.
Brought back pieces.
And then you had the Magic Cylinder that Magic Cylinder is like... What's the good analogy? It's like the Blitzcrank hook, right? Where you don't have to use the Blitzcrank hook. Your opponent just has to know you have it. And then you have to, like, serpentine around them and left, right. Try and dodge you got to pre-predict that it's coming. And in the same way, with the Magic Cylinder down, I always have to be like, if I attack now, I could just lose the game. Like, if I attack now, especially when I'm on 15, I was like, no matter what I do, this is going to be terrifying. And then we drew the Jinzo off the top, and I had the biggest smug grin on my face. I was like, I have just sacked Alex unbelievably hard. Oh, yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't know. What did you think about having all these new legends? Did you think it made the game more, like, swingy? Gave it more back and forth? Made it more exciting? Like, what's your initial takeaway?
It was definitely more fun having extra legends. And yeah, it's gonna make the game a lot more swingy, I think.
Yeah, which I don't necessarily think that's a terrible thing, because you want the game to be able to go back and forth, right? If one person sets up a board that's unbeatable, it's boring, I guess. It's like we're just playing until one of us wins the game before they've actually won. Being able to have swingy cards, I think, is probably good for the game. It's just you want a little bit of counterplay to that, so that when the game swings, you don't just immediately lose. You want, like, the swing to be like, I've gone from being in a losing position to being in a winning position, not I've gone from being in a losing position to winning the game immediately. But yeah, it's scary, man. Like, your deck, you're able to summon out a load of dragons. I mean, you had that one turn where you summoned out 3 giant dragons. 2 of them could attack twice. So you attacked me 5 times, wiped out all 3 of my monsters, and then did like 5,500 damage to me. And I was just there like, what do I do here? Fortunately, we had the dark hole. Yeah, exactly. But if I didn't have the dark hole, especially since you're trap protection as well, I assume you went into that knowingly of like, oh, Mirror Force is probably going to be prevalent here.
Therefore, yeah, totally.
So I think it's now
in for exactly that reason.
Well, I think that's because recently in deck building, I've been avoiding spell trap destruction. Like in this game, obviously, I'm playing Rage of the Wild Beasts, but now that legends are going to be prevalent in every deck and legend trap cards are all disgusting, I now feel like I have to run spell trap destruction, even though, again, I was kind of in a situation where I was like, well, unless my opponent's on Mirror Force, I can side it in to try and get rid of that, but I don't really care too much. But now, I feel like it's a must. There are just so many just powerful trap cards that now every deck are going to be running. But yeah, your new dragon was pretty cool, right? Your 100 Divine Dragon. I thought that was a cool idea, right? It's a big body. Obviously, 2500 is fantastic. It's level 7 light, which, you know, has some applications. But being able to draw up to 6 cards, obviously it doesn't do anything when it immediately hits the board, so it's like kind of a low impact card. But over a like long grind game, the extra card can be really, really powerful, especially if you're trying to like draw into things you contribute. Then you also have the new Lightwave Dragon. I assume you weren't on crap, what's the dragon called?
Bluetooth.
Yeah, Bluetooth Burst Dragon. Yeah, but that going forward could be a really crazy combo. I mean, we were saying Bluetooth seems like it's almost there. You just need cards that weaken your opponents by a shit ton. Bam, there it is, Lightwave Dragon. And your new, I don't know if this card's new, so the Dragon Surpassing the Heavenly Heights. Is that a brand new card, or has that been around for a while?
No, I think it's been around for a while. I don't remember when it came out, though.
Yeah, neither do I. I mean, obviously it's a very specific card, but it's still really cool. And especially since you actually ended up in a matchup against a field spell deck, so...
Yeah.
That kind of worked out. Oh, but yeah. GG, buddy.
GG.